It didn't go over.
Hi guys, we're here. Hopefully you're
Does anybody see
here.
this? Says we got some
I
viewers.
think we've got it figured out. Maybe finally.
Hey,
Hey
Carrie.
Carrie, thanks for popping in. I'm gonna give it a little bit of time. Give some people some time to
What a
join.
day. If you are on, please use the chat and put your name and where you're. There you
Hey,
are.
Dana's here.
Hey, Dana. See, all it took is it's driving by her town a few
Yeah.
times, and she finally decided to come and join us.
Yeah, Mr. B stalking you. Hey Erica.
Yeah, Dana, we drove by your town when we went to Chicago. And I didn't get pictures at that time because we were just, it was a bus full of kids and just whatever. But I made sure we got pictures on our way to Illinois for the funeral. So we were thinking about you.
Carrie, it was good. We're actually gonna. I was gonna touch on that in a little bit, but it was good. It was a good service. She had a really good showing. We got there not long after the visitation started, Friday evening, and she there was a line, like a pretty significant line, so which made me smile because and I wasn't surprised just because of who Grandma was, but yeah, it was a good service, and the funeral was good. It it was kind of rainy on the way too, but by the time we got out of the church to go to the cemetery, the sun had come out, and it was windy, but it was gorgeous, and so it was like perfect timing and everything. So it went good. Christian Blake, you are funny. At least somebody thinks you're
I
funny.
was thinking about you. You bring me fudge. Why would I not think about you? The way to a man's heart is through his stomach.
He does like fudge
I do like
a lot.
fudge. I do. If it's sweet and it's chocolate, it doesn't have to be chocolate. I like peanut butter fudge. I
You're
like
like
tequila rose fudge. I like amaretto fudge. I like.
you're like Bubba Gump with fudge.
That's right. Fudge. If it's fudge, I like fudge.
Oh
There's a place
goodness.
here in Missouri that, yeah, Uranus, uh, the Uranus
Literally.
Fudge Factory. When you walk in, it's a
Welcome to Uranus.
yeah, welcome to Uranus. You want some fudge? And they give you samples of fudge. And it's good fudge. Don't get me wrong, but it's this whole little town thing
It's funny.
of fudge and or not fudge, but Uranus jokes.
Yeah,
And
they have a lot of fun with their
I was gonna look to
kitchen
make sure we're
towels and
not glitchy and
all kinds of stuff. Yeah, you guys, do we look okay? Wait, can you hear us okay? Uh, Erica said peanut butter's her favorite.
I like peanut butter. What's really good is you get a layer of chocolate fudge and you pour some
Mm,
peanut butter fudge on top of it. Hmm.
dark chocolate fudge. That's good.
All right, I'm
Goodness.
gonna check see the log out.
We're still testing out the technical parts of this, so
We
bear
lost
with us
we
here a
lost a
minute.
few people, so I was want to make sure we weren't glitchy.
Uranus is a city. Oh my, yeah. It's it's like it's just like this little bitty section right outside of is it
Oh heavens,
where
I'm
is
in
it?
southern
Southern
Missouri.
Missouri.
Yeah,
But yeah, it's funny. They've got big signs and all that.
I don't
So
know where we went to a volleyball, wasn't it? Volleyball camp or volleyball.
mm-hmm. Wait, was it down by Rolla? Maybe then?
Yeah, it was that. We were driving down there for that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yep.
and I'd heard about it. Um, Actually saw a Facebook ad for it. I thought, there's no way. So we were close enough. So we took a little detour, and sure enough, they have old fire trucks, and uh, I think they had some carnival rides that were just set up. They had them painted, silly, and then
Yeah.
they had the Uranus tattoo parlor. And no, I didn't get one. Uh, but their biggest thing was the Uranus fudge, and then of course inside the store they had all kinds of the um, little joke items. The
They had signs
hillbilly
and
hillbilly toothbrush, and um, it had like one bristle on it, and God, what
I
else?
don't even know. The little
I had all
pop
kinds
gun
of
cork gun things
yeah,
that the kids play with that are wooden and
all kinds of funny little shirts and
yeah. It was pretty cool.
koozies and stuff.
It was neat. The kids got a kick out of it, so you know. Okay, so Carrie says we look and sound good, so or great, so yay. So Oh wait, what is it?
Anybody pregnant? Do you want to tell them?
Ha! No. So funny though, that you say that, Carrie, because I was just talking to our oldest daughter, Abby, the other day
No, she's not pregnant.
about it. No, no. But when my other grandmother passed away, I was very, very pregnant with Abby. Like I think it was about 2, maybe 3 weeks before Abby was born. Uh, and I remember we were standing at the graveside when, like, the service was kind of over, and some of the family was just still standing around talking and everything. And the preacher actually came up to me after, and he kind of looked at my belly, and he looked over at Grandma's casket. They hadn't lowered it yet or anything, and he said, as one life ends, another one begins. And so I was thinking about that with uh, with Grandma Billy, but no, no grandkids on the way. I am absolutely not pregnant. Not even possible, which is a good thing. Kind of well past that stage of my life. So we got the grandkids now. So 2, no more yet.
Yep. No
We're
more.
good
That's
for a
good.
little bit.
7, almost 8, and then 3. Just turned 3.
Just turned 3, yeah. So Dana, so thank you. I actually every time that we've done a Talk Tuesday, I keep meaning to mention it, and he doesn't know, but I was going to mention it, but I hadn't, and I always forget about it until after we're done. But he actually built all of that you see behind us. Before, when we originally built the house, it was just a blank drywall between these 2 windows, and we had just a little bitty electric fireplace that you just basically set up against the wall, and you plugged it in. And I don't even know what sparked the idea, but we
Well, it
decided we
sucked.
wanted. Well, it did suck. It was a little bitty, but I mean, we used it for several years. But last year, or 2020, maybe that was it. Everybody was in lockdown.
Well, I think it was. We live out in the country, and if well, pardon my French, but I always said if a mouse farts, we lose electricity, and we're we were total electric. So when electricity was out, we were cold, and we like the idea of we do have a gas stove. I have a propane stove in the kitchen, but
Love my gas stove.
yeah, you got to have a gas. But anyway, we were talking about how to heat, outside of using the stove if something happened. And I said, well, if we got rid of that electric, fake fireplace and put in, and it's not a real fireplace, it's a gas insert, but it ran right over to our existing propane, and I, plumbed it all in, and so that way, if we lose power, we can actually have a fire. And then I've got a couple battery operated fans that help circulate the air around, and
Yeah, I love it.
comes in
I
handy.
love
And
it.
it looks a lot different than that fake,
And the
screen. And
shiplap on it.
so we moved the fake one upstairs to our bedroom. So we've got a little fireplace thing in our bedroom
Pretty.
for catching clutter more than anything.
Yeah, a little bit, but
But
no,
thanks, yeah,
he
it
did
was
good.
a fun
Project.
project. Yeah,
Yeah, I love it, and I was so excited. Last year was our first Christmas to have it and have the big mantle, and it was a blast decorating it. It's a lot of fun. Oh, hey, Renette. We have
so you have
grandkids.
grandkids.
We
do have
do.
grandkids.
We
Yes.
do. We have 2 grandkids, and we have 3 grand cats. Because
Oh
Emma
yeah,
has 2,
Willa,
and then
or
Abby has Willow, which I know she's more than happy to share with the group there in Anna's Angels. Oh, there's Lydia. This is Lydia Video. She's my writing buddy. I post once in a while when I'm trying to write. She'll either do that to me as I'm sitting at the desk actively writing, or she literally will lay between me and my keyboard. And there have been times where I have typed like this, trying to get over her because I was in the zone and I didn't want to stop for a minute. And then now I get to where I just kind of try to slide her over. But yeah, she actually has a cat bed on a section of my desk up there, and she'll come lay on it sometimes, but most of the time she wants to be right there. And so there have been multiple scenes that I've written as I'm sitting like this with my keyboard like this so that she can have her spot to lay.
Dana,
So,
you're gonna have to get in line. The list is
it's like,
between everything that we went through the last year, and especially the last, I don't know, 6 to 8 months of it. But my honey list got neglected, so it's definitely longer and longer. But
hmm, yeah,
yeah,
he's getting there.
I tell her I'm more than just a pretty face, Carrie. So we'll see
He's
about
pretty
that.
handy between the.
Still can't get on the cover though. But
Hey, your tattoo made it on a cover.
yeah, well,
He is. He's handy. He between the stuff he knows and like there are times where in fact I just said it the other day. I don't even remember what we were talking about, but I'm like, how do you even know this stuff? Like just his knowledge of being able to like be Mr. Fix It and between electronic stuff and woodworking stuff and plumbing stuff and whatever. Like he's like, well, this goes here and this goes. He's like a well of useful knowledge, useless knowledge too, but useful knowledge.
years ago I worked on the ambulance. I was 19, made $4.35 an hour, and in the little town I worked in, we did 24-hour shifts, and we would do like three days one week and 4 days the next week. And on our off days, one of the guys that I worked opposite with, he worked for this local handyman. There's just this guy has his own little handyman business, small little town, and he did a lot of work. And so he would hire us to come out and work with him and help him out. And I don't remember. I think it was like $5 an hour or something. But it was the most, well, not rewarding, but I learned so much from that job. It wasn't about the money afterwards because there were so many things that I learned on how to do and not do and do the wrong way. But Daryl was awesome at helping us. When we helped him, but he helped teach us a lot of things while we were working with him, and a lot of it's come in really handy. And I still don't agree
Definitely.
with some of his practice because the first time I ever had to change out outlets, electrical outlets, I went down and killed the breakers. And he's like, "What are you doing? Just leave the breaker on. Don't touch these two wires." Yeah, that was very wise. But yeah, uh,
For my brothers to come to visit.
yeah, we don't want any more in our house. That's for sure. We're
So my cats? What are you talking about?
well, she said, oh, I thought she was on her brother's cats, but anyway, maybe she meant sure. Well, hopefully your brothers are coming to visit. That's okay. But yeah, it was shocking, Dana. It was shocking.
Oh, oh, oh. Nice, nice.
Anyhow,
He's also a well of endless dad jokes, by the way.
yeah, I got him.
He's a master at those. But
It's a gift.
oh, and you guys,
Ooh.
Carrie asked about Grandma's funeral. So my plant that I have had up here the last couple of weeks is starting to kind of, So I wanted something prettier. Well, that actually is a flower arrangement that was sent to the funeral home by El Boone and Shayla Black and Jenna Jacob, who are writing friends of mine. If you have not read them, they're all fabulous, fabulous women and friends, but also fabulous authors. So if you have not read them, they're fantastic. But anyway, I thought it was pretty.
Their husbands are pretty cool people too.
They are. They all have. We all just got pretty dang lucky. I also got flowers sent here to my house by Rain Lewis and Riley Edwards, but those came early and they didn't last too long, but they were gorgeous and very, very much appreciated. And I shouldn't say they didn't last too long. They lasted about a week. In fact, I just threw them out today, but yes, those were sweet and very much appreciated. So, as were all the prayers and well wishes and everything. So I appreciate that greatly. We appreciate that. It was tough, but it was time, and she went peacefully, and that's all we can ask for. So,
Yeah, there's worse things in life than death, and so having a peaceful death is definitely a blessing.
yeah.
And thank you for all the well wishes for my birthday. That was great. I realized I put the wrong date for my birthday. My birthday's May 1st, which I somehow
You probably were rushing and clicked on the wrong
April
number.
30th, and April 30th is actually my grandpa's birthday. He passed away what 2021, January 21. But his birthday was April 30th, and then mine was May 1st. So we were always out fishing or something, celebrating our birthday. But thank you for all the happy birthdays, and I believe I read them all. I tried, but I appreciate them all for sure. So
Yeah, I got to get in there.
people take time out of their day to tell you happy birthday. I mean, that's special. So I appreciate it.
Yeah. What else we got going
So
on?
I'm gonna go back over here. Comments. We got a couple
Oh.
more. Wrong way. Why is this going backwards tonight?
I don't know.
We're talking about both of you and your live
Renee.
podcast here. Oh yeah, they're good people.
Oh, yep.
They've been very helpful, and like if you have a question, we drop them a message, and one of them will respond really quick. So they're very,
Very sweet.
Yeah, very appreciated.
Good people.
Can't wait till we go visit.
I know. You just want to go because they're in Texas.
Well, yeah.
Not the only reason he wants to go.
No, not at all.
Yeah, so next Tuesday is Ethan's Obsession, finally.
Ethan's Obsession.
Yay. Arcs have gone out for those people in my art group, and so far I've gotten some really good feedback on it, so yay for that. I think there's even a couple of reviews that are already popped up, so are posted, so thank you for those. If anybody in here is watching this, or if you watch it later on, greatly appreciated. Reviews are, it's amazing the impact that those can have for an author, especially indie authors, or self-published, whatever you want to call us. But those help a lot. It helps get more exposure, and then the more reviews that come in, it I think kind of validates the book a little bit more for readers who are either new to me or new to the series, or they just happen to find us on Amazon as they're scrolling through or whatever. Those reviews do really help, because people see, the more reviews that they see, like I said, it just kind of validates it and makes it, I guess, appear more legit. Maybe, I don't know what the right word is there, but yeah. So those are very, very much appreciated. Thank you.
Sorry, I was just checking to make sure we're still.
A little paranoid about about it not working.
What a nightmare! By the way, whoever you guys were on last week, I appreciate you hanging around. We got off there last week and we started half an hour late.
Yeah, and we were on for almost 2 hours, weren't we?
And we were exhausted when we got done, but it wasn't bad.
It was a good way.
It was like we truly felt like we had a house full of guests that we were trying to make our, when you throw a party or a gathering, you feel like you have to like make sure you're making your rounds and being the host, and when it's all said and done, you look at the mess and you go, "We'll get it in the morning." And I looked there when we got done. I said, "We'll get this in the morning."
Yep.
Because it was fun. I laughed so much, and it was a good time.
It was a good time.
Thank you all for hanging in there with us last week and watching later or whatever. But
it was a good time, and much needed.
I think we've got the problem. Well, we don't have the problem completely addressed, but we're definitely stressing on it. There's some people at the system that we use that they know I'm not real happy with them, so
Yeah.
I went for my inner Derek to fix it, and I think I grabbed my inner Walker to rectify it, because I was a little two-faced with them there. But so that comes out Tuesday then, huh?
Yep. Ethan comes out Tuesday, so that's the Tac Ops book 2, and so you have all the guys are in it. In Shadow, if you guys remember her, she's in it as well, and I love her. She's fun to write. She was kind of one of those last minute, like, hey, I think I might throw a character like this in there. So she's been fun. I'm looking forward to seeing how she evolves throughout the series too. So along with the guys, but yeah, I'm really excited to get back into that series and get it going again. So really anxious for that.
But speaking of next Tuesday.
So I got an email from our son's band instructor like just a few days ago, and he was very gracious and apologized for the delayed announcement of it. But next Tuesday is actually our son's very last high school band banquet, end of the year banquet. They do awards. That's really funny too because he plays the trumpet and has since sixth grade, and he graduates soon. So, um, yeah. So, I mean, even if it wasn't his senior year, I wouldn't want to miss it. But especially since it's his senior year, we can't miss it, and it's scheduled for next Tuesday at 6:30. So we are not going to have a live on Tuesday. However, what did we say?
However,
Wednesday? Didn't was that what we said? Yeah.
with
So
permission.
we are still calling it Talk Tuesday, but it's actually going to be next Wednesday. Same time, 7 o'clock. And I actually spoke, it just happened to be chatting with Shayla Black today. And I told her about, I said, I think we're just going to cancel it because I said, we can't do it Monday. We can't do it Tuesday. I said, I don't want to do it Wednesday because I don't want to potentially take away shared readers from their Wicked Wednesday live. And she actually, they're not having one next week because they're going to be on a cruise. So she's like, have at it. So we are still doing our live next week. It's just going to be Wednesday at 7 o'clock instead of Tuesday. So, but we'll make sure I'll make sure we post it, and we'll do like we did today, and we'll share the links and remind everybody, let you know. But just so you know, that's why it's going to be shifted. But got to go support our kids and our band.
And I think I discovered the issue. I don't know why it's an issue because it wasn't an issue every other time. But I think I discovered the issue with um, getting us live through this system that we use. Um, but what we did deny was we got the link to one. I think it was your Anna
It's my
Blakely romance
page. Yeah.
the page, and then we were able to copy the link and put it on the others. So that's what we'll do. So just either on the Anna Blakely romance page or on Anna's Angels or on her.
I think we put it on my feed too, didn't we?
Yeah.
Like just my normal Anna Blakely.
I'll get
Facebook
it
page.
posted. I'll run it up tonight, and then we'll have it up on that featured pin, the top part of the Anna's Angels, and then we'll also have it in her feeds and in my feeds, and we'll try to make sure it's very easy to find. So I apologize. This program is a good program. It's got a lot of great features. It makes it easy from this side of things.
When it works.
But their customer service sucks,
Not very
and
good.
I let them know that today, and I still haven't heard back from them. But anyway, we'll get it figured out. But I appreciate y'all hanging in there. And
Yeah. Yeah. Let's see what else. Oh yeah.
oh, I
let's
was
do
going
the
to say,
comments. Yeah.
Ronette said, make sure we go because family's important. I agree, 100%.
Yeah. 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 And he graduates, and we're doing his graduation party this
Oh,
Saturday. And then,
good to know. Thank you.
oh yes, thank you, Renette. That is really good to know. I appreciate that. Um, yeah, we have his graduation party this Saturday, which I went and got decorations and all the stuff for that today. And then he graduates on Mother's Day. So, which is hard to believe that. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, Dana, we figured if you can't be here on Tuesdays, we'll just say screw it and we'll just pick a different day. But no, just this one time. Sorry,
But
but
yay, she'll get to see us again, though. Actually, in real time. So that's good.
Wednesdays would be great, except we don't want to bleed over
Yeah.
on Shayla and William.
Yeah. Especially since they were the ones that helped us in the beginning.
Yeah,
That'd
so
be
it worked
kinda-
out. Yeah, we weren't going to do it at all, but then we talked about doing it late, like after we got back, and then that way it was at least recorded, but it wouldn't be the
That
same
would've been
without the
late, yeah.
interaction. It was just us sitting here talking, and that's
No, that's not
kinda
fun.
lame,
No,
you know?
that's why like last week was so much fun because we had so many people, and I don't know if it's because we did the Q&A and that kind of kicked it off. Maybe I don't
I don't
know.
know, but man, the conversation was
It was
it
good,
was busy. I had
but
a hard time keeping up with it, which is good. I liked it.
yeah, yeah. And don't ever like you don't have to wait until um like we haven't posted the actual Q&A to ask questions. You can ask anything at any point in time, book related or not, you know. So that was a lot of fun. But yes, Erica, that is the one thing that I have said over and over again since I started. I started this 4 years ago. I published January 19th of 2019 was when my very first book came out. Taking Risks Part 1 came out, and then Part 2 came out a couple weeks later. But ever since I've started, well, and before that, just getting started, over and over and over again, it's been like proven to us so many different times that the support in this community, the author community, and I mean readers as well, but the author community is completely, it's just unprecedented for me. And I know a lot of others as well have said the same thing. Like, I've worked several jobs in my life and I've never had such a support system as I do with my fellow authors. Like it's incredible. It's not that competitive, jealous. I mean, I don't know. I'm sure they're out there. Like we're human. I have not experienced that. Thank goodness. Knock on wood. Um, all I've experienced has been that support and that backing, and you know, people just out of the blue offering, hey, if you got a new release, let me know. If you got a pre-order or anything coming up, let me know. I'll put it in my newsletter. Or hey, I saw that you have a new release coming up. Why don't you pop into my group and do a contest or something to promote it? Like it's it just blows me away how supportive other authors are of each other in this romance author world. Like it's incredible, and I feel extremely blessed with that. And I know all of the other authors that I know personally feel the exact same way. Like it's wild. Like I mean, when I first started, even Christian was like, okay, so they're offering to help you do this. What do they want out of it? Like, he was very skeptical. Just because of past experiences that, we've both had with other jobs. And excuse me, yeah, I'm like, they don't want anything. Like they really just want to help. And he's like, and it's been proven time and again that that's legit. So it's great.
Yeah, and I can tell you with all the authors that I've met anyway, when you're out in the signings and things and you're seeing them, that's
Nothing.
them. It's weird because I mean I don't know.
It's
I've
not.
said it before. I don't read, so I mean I don't read books and stuff. I can read, don't worry. But uh, so when she started fangirling about these different authors she was meeting, I'm like, I don't know who they
I
are.
still fangirl over them.
Oh, she still fangirls over them. Even the ones that she's already met, she
I
still is
do.
like,
I
oh, I
still
get to go
get
see
so
this one again. I
excited
get
when
to
I
see this
see
one again. But
Riley and Susan and
it was
Caitlin.
it's fun to see, like, there's not before the show and then during the show, and no, they're the same people. So it's a wonderful, wonderful network, and I'm blessed to be along for the ride with it. So
Yep.
I think it was a great move from teaching to writing. But
Yeah.
in fact, when we were in yeah, Dana, they're real people, absolutely.
Oh
Um,
yeah.
uh, when we were in Kentucky, the Louisville Slugger, the Louisville Bats, they're right there in Kentucky, in Louisville. Makes sense, right? Louisville Bats. It's been a long day, y'all.
It's been
Uh, so we were
uh,
there though, and I went into the gift shop and I got one of their bats, and I brought it back to the signing, and I went around to different authors and ones that I knew that she had talked about, and she was all like, and had them all sign it.
Chris
So she's got her,
Michaels and Lynn
yeah.
Ray Harris and
So she's got all these different signatures on a bat, and it's from Louisville during the signing. So it was kind of a neat little thing. But
that was pretty cool. But oh, Dana, I'm sorry. That sucks. She said she has to miss her grandson's last band concert because she has to
uh,
work. That's too
I can write you a
bad.
note,
I'm
Dana.
sorry.
Yeah, I'll be
We can
happy to
get you
write you.
out.
I'll write you a note.
Oh,
Yeah,
hey, Amanda.
you got that 24-hour bug. I'll be happy to write you a note. Yeah, so I got this the other day. I'm pretty excited about it. It came in perfect time to deal with all my technical issues. I think you probably saw my buddy Jason post his picture,
He's such a character.
but I had to get one too. So I chose if you ask nicely, I'll let you touch my dongle. Just saying.
I love it. That is probably my favorite Derek shirt that I gave him. Just
Yeah.
because I love the word toggle. It's so funny.
Dongle.
I need
Such
to
a.
get those, thinking about those though, I need to get those in girl cut shirts too.
You're going to touch a girl's dongle?
The shirt, the
Oh,
style of the
oh,
shirt.
this is going a whole new direction.
You're
I don't
ridiculous.
know how to handle. Hang on, I gotta call William. I don't know how to handle this stuff.
Stop it. No, I was looking at that. I was like, man, I want a Derek shirt, and I didn't when we were first putting up the store, and they'll be more added and interchanged and whatever as the time goes on. But when we were first putting up the store, it was just kind of like, okay, we want to get some stuff up there so that when we announce it, it's. And I didn't even think about doing girl cut shirts because for me and my body, like if I put on a guy's t-shirt, it's just very boxy and not super flattering on me. So I need to get that done for you guys. Yep, Erica, I remember. I remember. Oh, thanks. Oh, um,
Wait, where we're at? Where we at? We're here. Today's Tuesday.
yeah,
You
we
go
talked
here?
about that. Sure. So Marks for Danger comes out on May 23rd, and that is book five. I had to stop and think for a minute. Book 5 of my March series, and that is Detective Grady Thorne's story, and I'm really excited about it. I'm really excited about this one. I actually have had the idea for this part of it anyway. What kind of sparked in it anyway for the plot of this one. I've had it for quite a while. Um, like before I even knew what that story was going to go to. Like, and that happens. It's weird. Um, because like there was a scene from Rescuing Catherine. For those of you that have read the Bravo Team series, Rescuing Catherine was book 2. Um, and that's the one where you got Matt and Kat, and there's a lot of angst. The whole like almost the first, I don't even know, at least the first third of that book, maybe even more between those two. And there's some fights and angry sex, which was great. I love that. And those are the one sex scenes that I do I do like to write. I love writing when my heroine
Note to
and my
self.
hero fight, and then it ends up like in this just that they come together and literally. But anyway, I really like those. But there's a scene in there where it's revealed like he thinks that basically she married this other guy for money, and I don't want to spoil it for anybody who hasn't read it yet. But I actually got that scene probably well, I had that scene in my head while I was writing the first few books of um my original Risk series. I mean, I think I was probably on like book 3 maybe. Um and I got that idea just a scene, and it was just 2 characters, but I didn't have names for them. I didn't know what book it was going to be for, anything. Uh and I typed it out and I put it away and I saved it. And it's funny because you can ask him, my memory is horrible. And I never forgot that scene. And so when I got to that couple, I was like, this is perfect. This is going to work for them. And I did end up finding it. Like I had emailed it to myself forever ago. And I found it, but I almost didn't even have to look at hardly any of the email because it was stuck up in here because I liked that scene so much. And it was the same way with this for Marked for Danger. Before I had even started the actual series itself, I had kind of the premise of this couple and the storyline of how it's going to go in my head. I just didn't know who it was going to be for yet, but I do now. So I'm excited for that one. So if you haven't pre-ordered that one yet, you still can. That is in KU. My Mark series is all in KU. So there you go. But
Dana says she's the only nurse working.
oh
I feel you.
man, I could not do medical. I don't know how y'all do it.
Well, the bad thing is, and I'm sure that Dana will support me in this, there's people that have good work ethic that realize that when they call in, they're shorting their patients and they're screwing their coworkers. And then there's people that just don't care. And unfortunately, the ones that don't care burn us out because we're the ones showing up and working. And I don't know how many days I got up, not sick, but just not feeling it at all. And it'd been so easy just to make a phone call and say, I'm not coming to work. But you don't do that because then you're leaving everybody else short and you're leaving your patients short. And I know I realize that there's a lot of fields like that. I'm not, we're not special in healthcare, but It's
Yeah, but it's different. It's not like,
you're dealing with somebody's life. It's
yeah,
kind of
you're not just
crappy.
not getting data inputted into a computer or something.
So I,
It's
yeah, and they just don't care. That's it. That's it. And especially now because there's such a shortage in healthcare that you write your ticket wherever you want to go, you'll go. So I can, you know, work this job until I just get tired, and then I can jump over to the next one because somebody's going to hire me. So the work ethic is terrible.
sorry, I wasn't laughing at that. I was
I
laughing
know.
at
That comment.
that
Yeah.
comment.
Let's see. We're just kind of going right through our list
I
today.
know. It's like boom,
Come
boom.
on, there's got to be something you all want to know.
What do you guys have going on this weekend?
Yeah,
We have graduation party. What do
that's
you
what
got
we were.
going
That's
on?
what we were gonna put. That was the next one. I promise. That
Oh,
was the
there you
next one.
go.
There it is. Weekend
What
plans.
do you guys got going on?
What's going on with y'all? We got a graduation party Saturday. We got baccalaureate Sunday.
Oh gosh, I forgot about that. See, told you.
And
I just got so much going on. Oh,
yeah.
yeah, we got that. We've got Cinco de Mayo at the neighbors Friday night.
Oh yeah, and they're bringing a guy up from Nashville to sing. This guy, I think he calls himself the
I can't
little
remember.
Johnny Cash,
He's
or
so good.
and
So good.
he the first time we saw him, it was it was at Tootsie's in Nashville, and he come up, and I love Johnny Cash. Man, and I had my back to him, and I heard him come up and talk, and I thought, let's go to you, and I turned around and looked, and he had like these polyester pants on and this light blue. I don't think it was a butterfly collar, but it had a big
Wider
collar
collar.
and
Black suit jacket, didn't he? Or didn't he have a suit
black
jacket
vest.
on? A vest. Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah.
And I thought, oh my God, that's a little Johnny Cash. And then he said, people call me, I think it was Little Johnny
I
Cash,
think
or
so. He's younger. Like,
yeah,
I'd say, what, 30s
probably
maybe?
early
Early
30s,
30s.
late 20s, early 30s.
But
Great voice, and boy, he just
I
he belted them out, and
that day I remember because we were that was the last place right before we left for the airport, right? That time,
yeah,
that trip. We've been to Nashville several times. I can't wait to go back. But we were listening to him, and I remember sitting there and like the first few notes of the very first song. I told him, I'm like, I could listen to him all day. And so our neighbors actually they really like. Oh, okay, I gotta come back to
yeah,
this comment. Our neighbors really like. Nashville. They've been multiple times. In fact, the first time we went was with them, and so they actually have gotten to know this guy personally, and so they've invited him up, and he's going to come play it. They're having just a our neighbors own a construction company, and so they're having like their employees and then close family friends up, and just doing like a little Cinco de Mayo Mexican food and stuff, and they have him coming up to sing because they have it all set up there. That's where we go sometimes for karaoke and just hang out on the weekends, just a little small little local group. But we call it the bar. It's not really a bar, but it's our bar, the
it's
neighborhood bar.
it's an out it's an outbuilding or an outbuilding that he turned into a bar, and he's got a full table and an actual bar and karaoke and a stage, and
I mean, yeah. So it looks like it's like a bar, but
yeah, it
it's
looks just like you're
just the
going to a
neighbors.
little small town bar, except
Yeah.
it's BYOB and walking distance from home, which makes it great.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, not anymore, but let's see. Dana said that
Let's see,
she's
we're
working
gonna.
6 in a row. Sorry, that's crazy. I'm sorry.
Uh, yeah,
That's
that sucks.
that's a blessing and a
Sorry,
curse. But
sorry.
Erica's got grandkids baseball. That's
Oh,
fun.
fun. It's always fun watching them. How old
Yeah,
are they? Let me know. I'm just curious.
Ernette's gonna listen to Ed Sheeran.
Oh, I love Ed Sheeran. I didn't realize that he had a new album out. I'm like way
Who's
behind
Ed
on pretty much
Sheeran?
every.
I'm kidding.
I was
My gosh.
we were gonna have to have a serious discussion.
Yeah, no, he was like one of the Backstreet Boys or
Oh,
something.
stop! God.
Oh, no, I was hanging
That's New
tough.
Kids on the
I don't know.
Block. That was Donnie's song. Donnie, that was my. Oh, I had such a crush on Donnie Wahlberg.
Eve, Dana says hi.
Hi, glad you made it.
Eve said she finally made it. Eve, I don't know if you heard, but next week we're going to be on Wednesday night, 7 o'clock Central Time, Wednesday night, one time. because our son has a band banquet. So
Yeah. Yeah.
let's see.
Video of us singing. Oh God.
I That's the singer. That that cat right there can sing. I'm telling you,
Hmm.
she can sing, y'all. I'm telling
I'm a
you.
closet singer.
Well, you need to
You.
you need to go back in the closet because she's. We were in college and we had a
Talent show.
talent show. It was Greek week,
Mm-hmm.
so it was all the fraternities, sororities, and whatever. And she entered the talent show, and I was up in the bleacher, not the bleachers, but
Balcony.
the seats, balcony,
I don't know.
watching. And she came out, and we were just dating, and we had only been dating maybe a year.
Yeah. Right at. I
Yeah,
think.
because it was the next.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it
Yeah,
was
because the
around.
next summer is when we got married.
So I was trying to think when
No.
Greek week was. Greek week was in the spring, wasn't it? Or was it in the, anyway, it doesn't matter. We weren't married, we were dating. I knew I loved her, but she got out there on that stage and she sang Martina McBride,
Broken wing.
Broken Wing. I was getting there. And if you know that song, Martina McBride, Broken Wing, then you know there's some notes in it. And girl hit the notes. And I was right there and I jumped up and I said, I love you.
You know, we used before our house burned
Holy
out in
crap.
'09. I think we still had the because he like video. That was back when we had like the little camcorders that took like the little tapes or whatever, and we still had it. And I watched it afterwards, and I could I could hear him. It was so funny.
I had chills. I mean, I've heard her sing before, and she sang at weddings, and she sang at church, and she sang it. But she hit that day, and oh man, right there,
Dang, you're
I was
embarrassing.
done. It was over with. All done, but the crying. I had to go buy the ring, put a ring on. Is it that? What's that girl say?
Beyonce.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Beyonce. Put a ring on it.
yeah.
'Cause I know the videos. I don't know who they are. Let's
See,
see.
Amanda, I am so jealous, and my youngest, our youngest, would be incredibly jealous. Sorry, yeah, she's ours. Um, we love. She and I have been to several musicals now, and Hadestown is one that we have never seen, but she knows every single word to every single song. I know most of them now because she'll listen to them. She has them. Oh, sorry, cat. Um, we we'll listen to them in the car, and she's got them on playlists and stuff, and I I love it. It makes me sad, but like I don't want to ruin it because I don't know if you like have listened and know the whole thing, um but it's also like it's really cool, and some of the songs are pretty kick ass. So I'm jealous. So you'll have to let me know how it goes. I was gonna get tickets because it came to Kansas City, and I was gonna get tickets for us, but when I got on there, they had already sold out, so I couldn't go. But we want to see that one. We want to see Hamilton. We want to see Six. I don't know if you guys watched that. I love the songs in that one. That one looks like a lot of fun too. So, Mr.
Sometimes.
Oh, it's Steven. Um, yeah, he sings well when it's as long as you keep the notes low. He does
Yeah, so low you
really
can't
good job.
hear it.
No, he does Willie Nelson good and some Elvis Presley.
My music teacher in high school asked me to sing solo. She said, just sing solo that we can't hear you.
No.
And I said, okay, I can do that.
Oh, yeah.
I was the kid that got to play the block.
I remember the block.
Yeah, that was
Let out
or the
your aggression.
triangle. Yeah,
Uh,
yeah. I will,
leave my head alone.
Renette. I will get you a video.
Oh man.
I'll have to
Maybe.
do it when she doesn't know it, but she sang on Broadway in Nashville. It was a
It was
karaoke,
karaoke. I was gonna say.
but we were on Broadway. It was AJ Alan Jackson's
Mhm.
bar. Second floor, there's karaoke, and she went up there and sang, and the people that are up there just
It was just for fun.
yeah,
I do it for fun.
yeah.
But she says,
Okay. I thought I was in good graces with Renette, but maybe I'm not. I thought we were friends.
Aw,
All
Dana,
right,
bye.
Dana.
Thanks
Good
for
night.
coming. I'm glad you
Thanks.
got to
Yeah,
join
I'm glad
us.
you got to be on with us for a while.
Yep. Yep. Dana, I love Elvis. Yeah. Man, some of those classics. I love it. And that's something too that uh we're talking about musicals and things. And our youngest and like she'll it's funny because like even today I was just like, okay, so where do you find all your songs? Because she'll go from listening to like a like popular, new pop music to Eminem to Elvis to Patsy Cline to, I mean, like she has such an eclectic collection of songs, which I absolutely love. Because I'm kind of the same way. Like I can listen to pretty much any kind of music, for the most part. And she's like, I don't know, sometimes it'll just come up on my suggested, and so then I'll go look and then I'll listen to other songs on that album and then, so I don't know. But anyway. Oh, she said she saw Six and liked it. Ugh, I want to go see that one.
What
That's
was that one
fine.
about?
It's the Henry the Six Wives.
Oh.
So there's some fun songs in that one.
Oh.
I love that one.
Well, good, Dana. I'm glad.
Oh.
I didn't know Erica was leaving. Did I miss
Oh
it?
shoot. Bye her. Oh.
Oh, leaving.
Leaving alive. Well, go to
All
bed.
right, good night,
Glad we
Erica.
got
I'm
to
sorry.
see you.
You
Sorry.
go get some rest. Sorry.
Dan, I'm glad you're still here.
It's not as easy as it looks, y'all. Come on.
I know. A lot of multitasking. And at the end of the day, it's kind of rough sometimes.
Multitasking.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't. Was there anything else like?
Oh, we just asked about the weekend, but
Uh,
there was something.
That's it.
There was one of these. Oh, this one. I wanted to clarify. Aren't many happy Greece?
That's true. That's true. Oh, because I was talking about Hadestown. But yeah.
Well, we were talking about Greek week, so that's why I was like.
Oh.
I was trying to think. Greek, there's a lot of. There's a lot of myths and yeah.
In Greek life, like college Greek life.
What did you get?
Got my new fur baby home. Oh, you got a new one? What'd you
I
get?
didn't know
What'd you
you were
get?
getting something.
And hi, by the way.
Yeah, yeah. By the way.
Thanks for joining us. I want to know what she got now.
Renette, no, I got your back. Yeah, that was me. I was telling them I got your back.
I keep telling them that we keep doing these. That you guys are gonna like him better than me. Y'all are gonna be.
Yeah, can you blame him?
Well, no, not really. All right, Leanne, don't leave us hanging.
Yeah, what'd you get,
Come on,
Leanne?
what'd you get? I want to know what your new
Spit
fur
it
baby
out.
is.
So what else we got going? We've got really enjoying Epic. Oh wait, here we go. We got a second cat.
Aww.
You're a little
So is it-
behind. You gotta get two more, and you'll be caught up here.
We only have 3 in the house now,
That's true.
and one of them stays in the basement most of the time now.
One of them can't get off the couch. She's so fat.
Oh my god, she is so huge.
Oh, poor
She's so
thing.
old though, so I don't care. I still give her treats.
She's 14.
Dr. Suther looks like
Something
that.
Which one did she steal
Ah!
from you? That's funny. Oops, I didn't mean to take it off there. That's funny.
Just one? No, just
Yeah. But she's called her the little witch.
Love it.
I love it. Oh, so she stole the witch one. I get it. Which one?
Except I don't wear witches.
Well, I
but
know,
that's
but I mean, which one did she
Oh,
take?
huh.
The-
Yeah,
okay.
I got it. All right. Oh, Epic. I'll have to check that one out. I don't know if she knows about that one, so I'll have to look that up for Emma.
Yeah, that'd be fun.
What were you looking at?
Oh, I was trying to see if there's any sounds I could play for my awesome joke that I just said, but
Crowd applause.
but it was more of a womp womp.
Oh, yeah.
And the drum roll's not that fun. But anyway, you got signing. We had to cancel Iowa.
Yeah.
But then we've got.
I'm sorry for missing that for you guys. That sucked.
What, Florida would be the next one, right?
But no, that's not till September.
Where are we going in between?
July. Riders on the River.
Oh, yes.
Riders on the River's in July. So that is in Peoria, which also happens to be right next to the town where we just were. Pekin, Illinois is where my grandma lived. And Peoria is, she watches Bluey over us. Nice. Yeah. So anyway, so we will be up in Peoria in July. Really excited about that. I do have pre-orders up. If you're going to that one, if you haven't joined the Writers on the River attendees group, go in and do that. And you can go in and see all of the authors that are going to be there. Most of us, or a lot of us anyway, will put up pre-orders. I already have a pre-order list posted in there, but I'll also go in. I need to put one in the Angels group and on my page and stuff. But I do have pre-orders, and I do run some specials for that too. So it's like if you buy 4 books, you get a free leather bookmark that our girlfriends, or our girlfriend, God, that sounded really bad. We do not have a girlfriend. Sorry, just to clarify. Our son's girlfriend's mother. What are you going for that? Nope, no girlfriend. Sorry. Our son's girlfriend's mother makes these awesome, and I meant to have them at the table, and I didn't have any, but tonight. But I'll show them to you. Try to remember next week. But she makes these really cool leather bookmarks, and they're hand stitched and embroidered and everything. And so those are really cool. And so if you get 4 books, then you get one of those for free. Otherwise, you can buy them outright if you want. Also, so I'll have those there, and all my just regular normal swag. Working on trying to get a couple other things to add to that. But yeah, it's a really good signing if you have the time to go. And again, I will go in and post all the details, dates, times, and everything. But if you have if you are in that area or close to that area or have a chance to go, it's a really good signing. We had a blast last year at it, so I can't wait to go back. And then Florida, Books at the Beach in September. So I'll be there, and that one's going to be really awesome too. A lot of romantic suspense authors there. So I know I'm going to be there. Susan Stoker, Riley Edwards. Oh my gosh, Olivia Michaels. I think Caitlin O'Leary, and I'm sure I'm missing a bunch. Those are the ones on the top of my head, but going to be a lot of us there, and I'm actually going to be doing, I believe, my very first author panel there too, which I'm really excited for and really nervous for. But Susan Stoker's doing, well, it was not my panel. Susan Stoker's doing a panel, and she invited me and Riley and a couple other, I think Olivia Michaels, maybe a couple others, to join her for that. And so I'm super excited for that. And like I said, kind of nervous, but that'll be fun. So yeah.
Eve said that she took Taking a Risk in one of Jenna's books and Mallory Black's book.
Yeah, I got Mallory's book at Flirty, and I still have not had time to read it yet. I really want to. Jenna's amazing as well. So, and Taking a Risk. Yeah, that's my first one. That's special. Wish I was
Space Coast. So that's the one that we talked about last week. That
that I need to
for 24.
Yeah. So I'm definitely looking into that one as well, because I know that's a pretty big one, and I've had people being there. C.E. Johnson, yes, yes, I think she's going to be on there too, on that same panel with Susan. So yeah.
I'm gonna sit next to Renette during the panel, and I'm gonna ask questions.
Oh.
Miss Blakely, I have a question.
And I'm gonna be like, anyone. I'll be like the teacher on Ferris Bueller. I'll be like, anyone, and then I'm just gonna anyone, and then I'm gonna say, anyone else.
Susan, can you ask Miss Blakely to? No.
Oh yeah, that's gonna be fun. I'm really looking forward to that. Plus, it's in Florida. I mean, on the beach. Like, how bad can that be, right?
So the last time we were at a Florida signing, that was what, 21. Yeah, we didn't go last year.
Yeah, no.
So she had conferences all day. So I guess it wasn't a signing.
It wasn't signing. It was I had a author conference there.
She had signings all day or conferences all day. Excuse me. And I found out that the hotel had a pub crawl T-shirt, and so if you went to 5 bars in the hotel area, whatever, not the resort, but
they had like a checkoff list.
Yeah, they had a little checkoff, and so I had to go around and I earned my T-shirt, in the time that we were there. But then when they were all done, was it Sunday? I think you guys were all
Hmm.
done, and I had scouted out all the bars, so it was time, and so it was Caitlin O'Leary and Riley and Susan and
Olivia.
Olivia and oh heck,
Oh my gosh, who else
Becca
was there? Oh, Becca Jameson.
and
Super sweet lady.
oh, I know I'm missing somebody. L.
Oh, L. James.
L.
Yeah,
James.
also super. They're all sweet.
So
They just really are.
I felt like the tour guide because I was, oh no, if we go over here, they got a really good Bloody Mary. And you go over here and you got a really good, it was a
Yeah,
fun time.
he was our
It's a rough life.
alcohol connoisseur that
I
day.
don't know what I'm going to do this time.
Yeah, we don't drink very much anymore.
No.
Him for his health issues and my stomach's in surgery. Alcohol's very hit and miss with me, so I'll still partake once in a while, but I have to watch it because I was a lightweight before, but now it hits fast. So
Yeah, it was a fun time. It was, again, real people. So great conversation and just sitting around and made me feel real at home. So
yeah,
that was
and I
great.
legit learned more hanging out with those ladies that weekend than I think I did in any of the conference things that we actually like the sessions that we went into. I learned so much and it was awesome. It was awesome.
Dana
But
says
speaking of awesome,
Mallory's book is
I need to
awesome.
start it.
That's a
Maybe I'll
great
get that
segue.
started tonight.
Great segue.
I have it. It's in my office waiting. I just looked at it the other day. I was like, oh, I need to get that going. But
I'll
Oh.
buy the first round.
oh no.
I'll buy the first round. I got your back.
I'm gonna make you wear like a disguise so nobody knows it's you.
Wear my Vader mask.
Get your hockey mask.
Those pizzas were huge.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so y'all.
And I think
So
William thought, I think I ordered what 3, wasn't
it was
it?
either 3 or 4. I don't remember. It was
Oh, those
several.
things were huge.
I have never seen pizzas that big. We ordered them. We were all hanging out in William and Shayla's hotel room, and there was a bunch of us there. And so he ordered pizza, and they legit. I mean, like, I'm not kidding you. This big, and the slice, like, it was enormous. They were so good too. Oh, that sounds good. Pizza sounds good.
Yeah, it was
Oh,
wild.
Eve says
It's like,
5 pizzas. Okay.
Okay, yeah.
I knew it was
but
at least
still,
3.
it would have taken one. I mean, these things were huge, and then
Yeah.
and it, of course, wouldn't fit in the little refrigerator at the hotel. And oh my gosh, you would think, well, they're from Texas, so you'd think that would be like normal for them because these things.
It might be. I don't know. Maybe they weren't that
Oh.
impressed.
No,
with
it
them
was.
when we-
I remember him saying, "What in the world?"
yeah, yeah. Because I remember opening the door and we were like, "What the hell?" Like, just boxes, and they like, oh, they were so big. It was very good, very good. So
Eve agrees that it's good.
Yeah.
Pictures and hearing about but it was fun. I still got the shirt. Earned it.
every swallow, every drop in that one.
That'd be fair. It was 5 drinks and one drink at each bar, and it was over a 3-day
Oh,
period.
yeah,
So it
yeah.
wasn't like
He wasn't like
sloshing around,
stupid drunk, but
but no, I don't like feeling that, especially if I'm somewhere where I don't know people and
yeah.
it's that whole control thing. I think
a
being aware of your
protector,
surroundings.
military
and
guy, right?
I can't do that. That's one of the reasons I like the neighbors because I know everybody that's up there. I can relax, and I
We
know
don't
it
have to get on the
sounds silly.
roads.
It probably sounds silly, but we go out to eat, and my son's the same way, and I'm practically got her that way too. But I like to sit with my back against the wall. I can see the door, and I know where the exits are, and
I'm telling you guys, see, he is like, and I've put in there before, but truly, there's a little piece of him in all of the heroes that I write, and like he is the guy who we're walking down the sidewalk somewhere or a parking lot even, and a car is coming, and he will move me so that he's on the car side and not me.
in a polite, respectful,
Yes.
non-controlling
In a very
manner.
sweet, very, very alpha protective hero way. The kind that he does the things that oh yeah, hypervigilance. Absolutely. That's a perfect way to describe it. But yeah, he does the thing where like you read about that moment and those little things that the guys do and you're like, oh, like that's totally him.
It's just you go someplace, don't wait until something happens to figure out how to get out. I mean, it's not. I don't think it's paranoia, but like we got on the bus to go to Chicago with all these high school kids, and I was disappointed. Great trip. The bus guy
It
was
was really
great.
good.
The our guide was great. Our school administration did a great job. Nothing, and the kids were great. I mean, the kids that I had to deal with, the kids that I had with my group,
Yeah, we both had really
awesome
good
time. I
groups.
mean,
I mean, they were all there wasn't an issue. I don't think one really the whole trip. Like it was great.
but I was a little disappointed when we started the trip because we get on this charter bus and they didn't go over any safety things like there's the exits and this is how they work or and so I was looking around and the superintendent just happened to be sitting behind us and he made mention of it later on and he said I saw you looking. He said I appreciate that. I said well I said I kind of thought you guys would talk about that ahead of time and say like they do when you go on an airplane. If you're sitting in those rows, can you open the door and but nothing. And I like, when that bus is on its side, it's not the time to try to figure out how to get out. And so
Mm-hmm.
it's
And he did. He leaned over because we were in the superintendent was in the very very back seat, and then there was us. And he leaned over. He's like, "Okay, there's this exit there. That's that window over there is emergency exit. There's one over there. That like he made sure I knew, and so yeah, that's totally him,
it's I don't know.
and I love it.
There's been times where I've had to get out of someplace quick, and I don't want to stumble around. So just anyway, y'all are smart. I know that, but just that's just something to think about when we're out there, and just keep yourself safe and be aware of what's around. And they say if you make eye contact with somebody, they're less likely to act on something because they know that you can identify. And I was raised that you make eye contact with people, and not for that reason, but just out of respect. So anyway,
Um,
that's why I do. I'm not like grabbing her and throwing her over the side or anything. She'd throw me back if I tried. But
no, between his former law enforcement and military experience and that side of it, and then my obsession with watching Criminal Minds, years and years. Like even our daughters, like they will. Well, speaking of our daughters, um, she'll call and she'll be like, "Dude, there was these sketchy guys, and all I could think of was Criminal Minds, and what if they're working together?" And so it actually is like it's helped because they're very alert and very aware of their surroundings, and they play those things like two steps ahead. That what if kind of scenario, and then they get themselves and make sure that they're not in that position. So it's really nice. But anyway, no
Abby,
way,
Abby said her dentist had her books, your books from
no
Kindle.
way.
You should
That's funny.
take her a copy.
Yeah,
You can buy it on our store. No,
I might provide one
they
for
are on
them.
there though. But
Poor Abby, she had to have a root canal today, you
yeah,
guys.
Eve. No, they were not. They were not regular.
Oh, the pizzas. I was like, what are you talking about? Yeah, no, not even close.
Dennis said there's
Not
four
even
boxes.
close.
I don't know. I just remember that stack of pizzas coming in. I'm like, what are you guys
Those were
thinking?
insane.
And it was good pizza too. It wasn't just
Yeah, I need to find out where it was from because it's Kansas City, so we could get it. I just don't
some.
remember what the name of it was.
Some people think that it's paranoia, and it's not. Being alert to your surroundings is one thing, but sitting over in a corner, that's a whole different thing. But yeah, so thank you. But just know when we're in Florida, got your back. Yeah, Tony's the same way. I'm sure.
Yeah,
I mean, it's part of that. Yeah, part of that's your raising.
yeah.
You
Oh
the
yeah, because our
problem
boys
with
are.
well,
Sorry.
no. I'm just problem is sometimes nowadays if guys try to be the protector that it can be looked at different and I never try to do it in a way that I don't think she's capable of protecting herself. But if somebody's gonna get hit by a car, I'd rather it be me than her. That's all.
Yeah.
That way my kids know mom has to have her back against. Yep, absolutely.
Oh yeah, we go into a restaurant. Myself and the kids, like we all know. Okay, well, Dad's gonna want that chair, and so then we just gather around, like.
Just because they know that's where the check's going. They're not stupid.
Uh,
Yeah.
yeah, I get it. Oh, Abby ate biscuits yet. You
Oh,
guys, she's been so miserable lately. I feel so bad. I swear, tooth pain and back pain are like the worst, and she has had such a hard time with this one tooth lately. And she had dental work on one side, and so that was tender and getting in the way of her eating stuff. And then she started having issues with another tooth, and they thought they had it fixed, and then realized that it ran deeper than what they thought, and so she ended up having to go in today for the root canal, which I have never. Knock on wood. I'm hoping I don't ever, but I've never had to have one. I know they sound horrible, and she was terrified. And then we got the text message after the fact, and she said it went well. She said the guy was really good, very gentle, and everything. And so the fact that she ate biscuits is like a huge thing because she's having to, like, she was having a hard time eating anything, even like soft, like macaroni and cheese and stuff. And
In the
so,
cold and the heat, so she couldn't do soup because it was too hot and it hurt,
yeah.
and she couldn't drink a protein shake because it was cold. And
I don't know. I felt so bad for her.
poor kid, and she's
Sleeping's been
in
hard.
finals week, and
Yeah, she had to go take a final today before her.
we got this
Before
semester.
her,
Abby's 17 hours, I think. And she's taking 17 hours this semester.
17 hours works for me. Babysits.
Takes
Is
care of
doing
her.
other stuff.
Takes
helps
care of her
with-
boyfriend,
I think he take good care of her today.
and she's a hell of an aunt too. By the way, those pictures
Yeah.
you see on her and her niece and nephew, she is
very present in their lives.
she's
so.
the aunt we all wish we had. Oh, did you hear that, Abs? You're the aunt we all wish we had.
I don't know. I had a pretty good aunt. Asher. Oh yeah. I'll have to ask him. Man, I just saw Jenna today. I'll have to ask them about it because that was that was good stuff. Now I'm really wanting pizza. Let's see.
Let's see. Charming, witty, loving, caring. Oh my gosh. Hi, Connie. She wrote it.
I did.
I don't know.
I don't know if you all see this. Like when you get on when he does the whole, join me and
You see it.
whatever.
It's up in the.
Is that
Please join best-selling
okay?
romantic suspense author Anna Blakely and her charming, witty, loving, and
Yeah.
ever so clever husband, Christian, a.k.a. Mr. B.
I mean, yeah, sure. I wrote that.
I thought it was great. I watched it. I read it, and I thought, man, what a wonderful, loving wife to write that for me.
Yeah.
I'm surprised he was able to carry them all by himself. Not a dig at him, but these were big pizzas. I mean, these were. Anyway.
Yeah. Okay. So you know what
Bouncing all over the
we need to
place.
do?
She's taking 18 credit hours this
We need
semester.
to. Oh yeah. Oh man. Hats off to you, man. We need to.
We have a question from the.
What?
This Steven says, Abby, was
Oh.
your appointment at Tooth Hurdy? Actually, I think it was at 3:30,
Funny
wasn't
guy.
it?
It was at 3:30, but that's funny. That's pretty close. Yeah, we need to get one of those pizzas and have it on live so we can show them.
Oh yeah, we will do that. We'll order a pizza. I'll take
I'll
it.
get
for
with
the
Jenna,
team.
figure out what it was. We'll go. I will drive to Kansas or like into downtown because we were down by the plaza, which is about 30 minutes from where our house is drive time, given
Yeah.
traffic and stuff.
I'm driving.
Hold on. Yeah, I use that oh shit handle all the time when he's driving.
You can't say shit. We're on the air.
I can't. Oh, damn it. Anyway, yeah. So I will make that. I will figure out where it is, and we will have pizza here, just so you can see the size of this thing. So, anyway,
I was gonna try to find for Eve,
what are you looking
but
at?
she finally got down and walked off. Oh, here she is.
Oh, have you seen the cat Patches, our shelter? Aw, 40 pounds? Holy moly! I have not seen that. I need to see him. I don't know how much she weighs. She's not that big, but I mean, she. This is Chloe, but she is our big
Buddha.
fat Buddha cat. We love her, and she's like, what is going on right now? She's old. She was born. So our house burned down in 2009, and this litter of cats was born 2 weeks before that. A week. When were they born? It was
She was born April 12th. Our house burned down April 27th.
yeah. Oh yeah.
April 12th just happened to be, it was the first, April 12th is my mom's birthday, but my mom passed away August 1st of 2008. And then so she was born April 12th, 2009, which would have been my mom, the first birthday after mom was passing. Anyway, so I thought that was kind of like a little,
Yeah.
the funny thing about that, to get off subject here, but the funny thing about it is, so I hate August 1st because August 1st is the day my mom died. And of course, nobody wants that until my granddaughter was born on August 1st. And so that day's
Yeah.
cool now. But I kind of felt like that was mom. Kind of, it was asked earlier, is anybody pregnant? Well, I mean, it was several years apart, but it kind of,
Gave us a positive to think of on that day.
yeah, it's a whole different thing to think about. And, and
Celebrate.
knowing if she was still here, she'd love the tar out of that girl and that little boy. But, yeah, so then she was born August or April 12th, which also that year was Easter. So it's just kind of our little surprise or Easter basket.
Yep.
And then the house burned down on April 27th. And so she
Yeah.
was just
They were
just
I
just a
mean,
little
itty
over 2
bitty.
weeks old.
And we had them. They were the mama cat was our outside cat, and so we had a covered porch on the back of that house, and so he fixed a laundry basket and with a blanket and everything in it for the kittens and the mama cat.
Good night, Renee.
And oh, good night. Great to see you again. See you. Um, and so all of the kittens, I don't remember how many there were, but there, I mean, it was a normal, like, 6, 8 kittens in the litter or whatever. And they were all black except her. And I remember seeing her and I said, oh my gosh, I said, if we were going to keep any of them, she's the one I would keep. But we had no plans of keeping them. We were going to rehome them. We had our outside cats and we were good. Zero plans of keeping any of them. But with her stripes and her coloring and everything, she was just gorgeous. And so I said, man, if we were ever going to keep any of them, that's the one I would keep. Well, then the house burned down. And the day that it burned down, we came home. We gone to town, came back, saw smoke, figured out it was on fire. And so he took that basket and picked it up and hauled it across the driveway underneath this one tree so that the kittens would be safe away from all the smoke and stuff while we were figuring everything else out. And so then, they were out there still. And so we ended up having to stay in a hotel for several weeks and then got a rental houses. And then we were coming back and forth to this property for cleanup and to meet with the insurance adjuster and then figure out what we were doing and everything. And the kittens, of course, during this time, they got bigger and eventually started. Oh, and I would come out and feed the cats and stuff and water them. And then they got big enough they could crawl out of the basket and they were kind of wandering around. And then I came out one day and they were all gone. Mama cat, kittens, all of them were gone. And I was so sad because I just knew, because we get coyotes out here, we get fox out here, and I just knew that, something had gotten them. And then it was about 3 weeks after the fire, because I guess we stayed in the hotel for 2 weeks, and then we went into a rental home because then we rebuilt on the same property, this house now. And I got a call it was about 3 weeks after the fire, from a neighbor across a hill, across a cornfield, up on the hill. And she said, I have something of yours. Or something for you, I think is how she put it. And I just assumed it was like a bag of clothes or something, because we had so many. It was amazing, the number of people that came out to help us. We had so many, because the kids were little, clothes donated and everything. So I thought that's what it was. And then I hear this little meow in the background and I'm like, what? No way. Chloe, the one cat that I said if I was going to keep any of them, it would be her, somehow made her way by herself across that cornfield up to the neighbor's back porch. And so,
At about 5 weeks old.
yeah. And so I picked her up and I went and got litter box and food and everything. And I brought her home, and we had a Bichon Frise at the time. She's passed away now, but she'd been fixed, had never had puppies. But those two were thick as thieves, and Gracie would actually lay down and let Chloe suck on her, like almost like a pacifier, like
She wasn't getting anything out of her.
No. I mean, it was
never had pups and she was fixed.
It was
So
wild, but those two, they were thick as thieves, and she's a special cat. But sorry, that was a really long story, but it's a really cool story.
it is a great story. I love the story. And I hate cat. Well, I hated cats, and I told her, I said, "Do not bring that cat home." And she's like, well, I said, "No, we're in a rental. We can't have it."
I brought her home.
She brought it home with the plans of giving it to her parents because her parents were going to take it. And then the kids fell in love with it, and I kind of liked her. And 14 years later, here she is. So,
Yeah, yeah.
yeah. And I don't know what I'm going to do when she's gone because I get up on the couch at night, watch TV or just whatever I'm doing, and she'll ride up on me and she'll
all
get
the
up on my leg and she'll sit there and she'll reach over once in a while and she'll like paw at you to pet her and you'll pet her and
She'll nudge you like dogs do,
yeah,
when they
like,
lift up your hand. So
and every morning I get up and I come down to the kitchen to take my pills and God, I'm old. I come down to take my pills and she hears that noise and she's in there because we keep a treat thing right there underneath like the cabinet and she's right there and I'll look at her and I won't give her anything until she'll ow and so yeah, but anyway.
And usually it's her in one spot, and then Lydia on the other side of the open kitchen floor there, and they both just sit there and stare at you and wait.
Yeah.
And then I'll come down, and I'll look at. I'm like, I know you all just got treats, Or they also will do if we let Max, our golden doodle, we'll let him outside when he comes in. I'll give him a treat for coming back and being a good boy, And we keep his treats right next to cat treats. On a dresser thing in our dining room right as you walk in the door, and so I had that there, and they hear me opening up his treats and the cats come running and they sit and stare at me and expect it, which of course I give them one, but I'm like, you guys didn't even do anything. They still get them, but it makes me happy, it makes them happy, so that makes me happy. But
Connie says that Abby's the best doggy and goat sitter.
she's just a good girl.
Steven, we don't know where the pizza's from. We're gonna reach out to Jenna.
Yeah, you missed that conversation.
We will post it and we'll get a big pizza and
heck yeah,
we'll share it on TV. Well, we'll share it, but
we'll eat a piece for you.
She's very cuddly. She's very suffocating too if she's laying on your chest because
she's a heavy cat. Not 40 pounds though. I'm gonna have to check that one out.
Yes, she said if you look on Facebook, you can see the weight loss journey.
Oh my gosh, that's crazy. Oh, thanks, Dana. See, I thought so.
And Eve, I like this. It's well written. Story of loss, resilience, and love.
Oh yeah, nice.
Because it is. That's
it is.
I never thought of it that way, but it is.
That's a really good way.
We were out there cleaning up. I don't know. It was like the day or two after the fire because at the time we had two labs that were outside, but we had a kennel that I could put them in so they could be contained, safe. But we would come out every day and feed and water and take care of the outdoor animals and whatever. But we had a little tricycle outside, and I remember taking this picture, and I kind of got down on the ground to look at where I was close to the back wheel of the tricycle, but in the distance you could see the debris of the house. It was still smoldering and everything, and I kind of thought the same thing as from the fun of this sidewalk used to carry the tricycle and the fun to the loss, but
yeah.
But I'll tell you what, if you want to talk about something to bring your family close, put all 6 of you into a hotel room. I guess we had 2 rooms. We had adjoining doors, but we had 6 of us in a hotel room, and then we went into a little tiny.
It was like not even 900 square feet, I don't think.
Yeah, it was 3 bedrooms. We had 6 of us, and then.
Tiny rooms too.
Yeah, they were little tiny
rooms.
But then my cousin needed a place to stay, so he came and stayed with us for a while and stayed on the couch. So
it was something, and it was
and I worked nights.
Tiny.
I worked nights, so trying to come home and sleep. And the funny thing is, the hotel we stayed in had an indoor water park, and it had one of those buckets that fill and then it dumps. And I would sleep in the daytime. She'd keep the kids busy.
Oh, sorry.
Taking them to the pool or whatever school.
Yeah, I wasn't working at the time. I was home with the kids.
But
thankfully.
the bucket, every time the bucket would dump with the curtains pulled and it was dark in the room and I'm sleepy, it sounded like a wave, like waves crashing into the shore. And I woke up a couple of mornings or evenings and I was like, I just felt like I was at the beach. It was like I had my beachfront property. And I was like, oh, yeah. And then I'd wake up and I'm in
Yeah,
a hotel.
because your house burned down. That was a slap of reality there. Oh, the fire. Yeah, Sam, they had a fire too.
Yeah,
It sucks.
they do everything we do. I don't know. We got married.
Copycat.
They got married. I started dating her. He started dating a roommate. Then we got married. We didn't get married and then we dated. It was.
Yeah, that'd be weird. Although I think I've read a couple books like that.
Well, you're the one that said you had a girlfriend. So I don't know.
I don't have a girlfriend. My son's girlfriend's mom is what I was trying to say.
Yeah,
Oh.
yeah. So Abby roomed with our oldest, and then the two youngest roomed together, and then of course we roomed together.
Yeah. Yeah, so Abby, they had like a loft, and so Abby slept up top, and then our oldest son had a futon underneath that, like up underneath in it, and then the two little ones were little enough, like they were both in toddler beds, and so their room had a little bit more room for them just because they were tiny. But yeah, it was crazy.
MIZ shirts.
What? Those are
Lost.
shirts. But I don't know what he's
So
talking
we
about.
do everything. We don't. Yeah. I have to clarify that one.
We need a little more information there,
A
Samuel.
little slow on the uptake tonight.
Oh goodness.
Oh,
I think
I don't know. I don't have anything else. I
I
don't
don't think so.
Why is my comments thing showing? We got a comment that
Did we miss?
I don't think I missed any. I tried to work them all.
I feel like you're getting better at it.
Oh, I love it. I mean, it's a challenge, but it's a challenge I love to have. Trying to keep up with the comments. I just don't ever want anybody to feel like I didn't address their comment. So if I don't address your comment, I promise I'm not just.
And redo it. Like
Yeah, feel
if
free
you
to
say
throw-
something that you want to make sure we see
Oh, that's
and we
why I
don't
was
say
right.
anything about it, type it again.
Yeah.
Because it's easy, and then you as the new ones come, everything gets scrolled back up, and so then we might miss something that's up here. But
Yeah. So I'm a KU fan. I'm a KU guy. Sam's my buddy. He's one of my go-tos. But they brought us a lot of clothes and stuff. He brings me Mizzou shirts.
I thought it was funny. He
Yeah,
did not so
thanks, brother. No, it was appreciated. It was funny. I wore it. Boy,
Yeah.
it's like when you're hungry, you'll eat. Well,
Yep.
when you're naked, because we left. I worked that night, and I came home. She had to run to town. I wasn't tired, and I said, "I'll ride with you," and help wear me out. The car ride. And we came home, and the house was full of smoke. And
Did you see
I
flames though?
yeah, tried to call the fire department, and the lady was like, I said, my house is on fire. Okay, well, where's the fire? I said, I don't know. I said, but it's full of smoke. She's like, well, do you see flames? No, but my house is full of smoke. There's smoke coming out of air, heavy, heavy, heavy.
Like we literally couldn't walk in the door.
My truck keys were 3 foot inside the door, sitting on the counter as a kitchen, and I couldn't get in that far to get to my keys. It was that heavy of smoke. And she kept saying, well, do you see fire? Do you see flames? I'm like, so finally I went around and kicked in the back door, and I could see a glow. I said, okay, I see flames. Okay, well, we'll get the fire department out to you.
Like he's telling us telling her we cannot get into our house because of the smoke. Our entire backyard, because it was our house faces the north, and there was
There's
a wind
north breeze coming
that
through.
day, and so all of the smoke, which I think is why the neighbors didn't realize it, because to look at our house and like when we got home, if you were standing straight looking at the house straight on, you couldn't tell because all the smoke was being blown in the backyard. And then we got trees around and everything, and so it
Yeah.
wasn't until we even pulled in and we're like, oh my god, there's our entire backyard's covered in smoke. And then it was, well, but do you see flames? And then it wasn't, it was like, okay, yeah, there's flames, okay, now we'll send somebody, like like
And
I
then the
don't know.
couple at the bridge to get from the closest town, the bridge to get across the interstate was out. They were replacing it. So they should have just gone down a mile to come across and come back. It'd been fine. But they went south and had to go about 7 miles, and then they drove past us. And so it was
Our house literally on fire, and they couldn't find our
not
house.
complaining, not complaining. It's a volunteer fire department.
Yeah.
I'm thankful the volunteers volunteer. I used to volunteer. I get it.
Our address is just very
Not
wonky.
complaining. It's just hard to
and
find. And
yeah, a lot of people miss it. Like we've literally had to call the ambulance here a few times, and we got to the point where like if we ever, I mean, hopefully we'd never have to again, but if we ever did, it's like an automatic. I'll just go down to the end of the road and wave them down because they will end up at one of the neighbors somewhere instead of our house.
all right, if you have sensitive eyes, but it's funny.
If they read my stuff, I think they're
Oh,
okay.
that's true. Dana, listen, bitch, it's on fire. Send the fire trucks.
Right? It was about to that point. Yeah, it was crazy.
I would have
Crazy.
loved to go back and listen to the 911 call with me calling it in though, because I was like, "There's smoke coming out of every window."
He was very impatiently trying.
And once I saw the glow, I went around to the hose and I turned on the faucet, and I could hear it, and nothing. Well, the fire had already spread enough that it had burned through the copper pipes that feed the water to the spigot. So there was water spraying in the house. Didn't do any good, but
Yeah.
I had no water on the outside. And then the first fire truck finally got here, and he was by himself because again, it's a volunteer fire department. So you get there, you roll, and then everybody else meets you. And I'm like, throw me a line, and he's like, well, I can't do that. I'm like, oh my god. So I ran over to
Didn't
the
you
truck.
just do it?
Yeah, I just ran over to the truck and pulled a line. I said, charge me, and he's like, well, I said, charge me. And so he fired it up for me. But
Yeah,
yeah, it was
that was a wild
funny.
time. Wild time. I 10 out of 10 do not
I know,
recommend.
that was an all-day ordeal, and we finally got to Walmart and realized that night. And thankfully, like the Red Cross showed up, and they gave
that
us
was
gift
great.
cards so we could go to
I didn't even know
Walmart
they
and
did
buy.
that.
'Cause, we literally had whatever clothes we had on our back, and you didn't
Yeah,
have
we
any
lost
toiletry
everything.
items. You didn't have anything, and
Yeah, and I remember going to Walmart because I'm like, okay, well, what do we need? And I started just mentally kind of going through the list of what we would need, like for the kids. And I'm like,
we
oh
needed
my god, we
everything.
don't have toothpaste, we don't have toothbrushes, we don't have underwear. Like, and we're like, oh my gosh, And like you said, I mean, thankfully, and I know there's like a formula, like depending on how many kids you have and all that stuff, for the Red Cross, but they gave us that gift card and that
Yeah, they took
or
really
a
good
debit
care
card
of
or
us.
whatever, and
They helped us get
that
set up, and we
made
had
it.
insurance, which was nice too. But it takes a little while for that to kick in. So having them
Yeah.
immediately and
It
yeah.
was crazy, but
Yeah. Yeah. We lost baby dolls.
oh yeah,
Our youngest son was a big Thomas the Tank Engine kid, and
so
we
big.
I had built him a table that we could put the tracks on and stuff. So we had the tracks fixed and stuff, and lost all that, and
He was so
wedding dress and deer heads and stuff for my mom, and
Yeah, that
Anyway,
sucks.
that's
Anyway,
I'm sure other people have gone through it. Sam's gone through it.
yeah,
It
it
just makes you
sucks.
stronger and it brings you
It
together.
sucks,
Makes you
but-
realize that you can lean on each other when you need to. So
That's true.
you got to find the positives in those bad things.
That sounds like
Anyway.
a good ending note.
I think so. Find the positives. So again, remember next week, Wednesday,
Yeah, talk Tuesday,
Tuesday,
slash
Wednesday. we're gonna
Same
talk
time,
Tuesday and
7
Wednesday.
o'clock. 7 o'clock. And bring questions if you have questions.
We'll talk about what we did on Tuesday. How's that? Is that close?
Yeah, okay.
Wednesday we'll talk about.
I'm sure they
Tuesday.
want to hear all about the band. Be super exciting.
It blows. Like
It's
yeah, blows. Yeah, okay.
actually gonna be kind of sad. It's the
It'll be
last
really
one.
sad, but
Anyway, all right.
anyway,
Well, thank you for joining us again. We will be back Wednesday, and then after that, hopefully, barring any scheduling conflicts, I'm sure more will come up at some point, but we'll be back on Tuesday. And don't forget, Ethan comes out on Tuesday, the 9th. If you haven't pre-ordered it, get it. It is also on KU because it's part of Susan Stoker's Special Forces World. So grab that one up. I'm really excited about that. I think you will be too. I think you'll like it. I hope you like it. Fingers crossed. So, anyway, I think that's it.
thanks for joining us.
Yeah,
It's been
thanks.
fun. Hope to see you all again.
Yep.
Until next week, we will
Talk
Tuesday.
Wednesday. Kind of doesn't work this time.
Good night,
Night,
y'all.
guys. Thanks for coming.